maybe a thumbs up reaction, please, especially for the new ones. Okay po ba kayo? Are you ready for the next topic? Because you know, this next topic is very, I would say, helpful in building, you know, a long-term business in Amway. As okay, as our topic is about Global Young Leader Summit. It's about you know, how we can attract young people into our business. As you know, as I mentioned earlier, this is now Amway Global's thrust, or I would say also campaign, no, to, you know, attract young people into our business. So can you just imagine 20-something young people, no, joining our business, even as mere or just consumers or customers. Wow. So that's a long you know, time of consuming Amway products. And we cannot say, you know, along the way, you might even also see the big opportunity, because I'm sure, you know, young people would like to have a better future, and I know they love to travel. So anyway, so this topic is really very important, and our leader who's going to discuss yung topic nito is, of course, should also be young, also a young leader, and not only young, but yes, he's young, but he has this long experience also already in doing the Amway business. In fact, he is already a founder's platinum in this business. At yung grupo niya ay napakalaki po, at many are also young people. So he can really, you know, help us, you know, how to attract young people into our group, and what the young generation can do for our business. So, okay, if we're all ready, can we give a warm welcome to not just a young leader, but also handsome at that, a very energetic young leader. Nawala siya kanina. Earlier, I already saw his face. Maybe the camera is, oh, there, he's waving already. Actually, he does not need any reintroduction, no, to all of us, because we always see him almost every week, and most especially in our big events, no. So okay, so let's all listen to our Founders Platinum, local leader, a young leader, Teacher Danny Cudiamat.
Ayan, so maraming salamat, Teacher Arvin, for that very nice introduction. Actually, siguro nagtataka. By the way, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Danny, and I've been in the business for 14 years. So I just turned 14 years in the business last September 9. So this month is my anniversary in the business. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad that I've been in the business, and I found this business at a young age. Imagine po ninyo, I started the Amway business at the age of 26. Ayan. So this year, grabe, I will begin my life, because they always say life begins at 40. So if you want to begin your life, what lifestyle you want to be? So I'm so happy that I'm in the business. I am in Amway. So just go to the point, because my presentation is just very brief. So maybe you are wondering, why is this topic? Parang this is just new topic. Pero in my opinion, this is also important, more especially to us, because in this modern world, everything is digital. Everything we always hear that in the Philippines, the average age is 21 years old. We are all 4 hours. We are on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, WeChat, and so on down the line. So I want to share with you, because this topic actually today is the 1 month because I attended the Global Young Leaders Summit organized by Amway Global on August 21. So exactly 1 month today. I attended the Global Young Leaders Summit organized by Amway Global, and I want to share with you some information that might help you, might help us in growing young leaders in our organization. I am not the one talking to it because we have a lot of qualified leaders. So right now I am just sharing you this information that maybe you can get something. So later in my presentation, I will be showing you videos of two successful leaders being interviewed by Amway Global. One is a Founders Crown Ambassador and one is a Double Diamond. So, and I hope we can learn together from their experiences, because they always say young people are not the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of today and tomorrow. So I would like to show you my first slide. So I would like to request, thank you. Ayan, so the first slide, teacher. Sorry.
I got 'em all shook up for me. I got 'em all shook up for
Ayan, so
me.
this is the
I
teaser.
got 'em all shook up for me. I got 'em all shook up for me. Look at me, I'm walking my legs, do all the talking, but to watch yourself, keep your head straight. F.Platinum. Where you sleeping on a Sunday? I'm on the track, yeah, I'm running late. Got my head in the clouds, my feet on the ground, the pavement's getting back, yeah,
I just want to tell you how proud we are of everything that you've accomplished this year.
And I can't wait to see more young leaders than ever at A70.
See you at A70. Go Crown.
Okay, so this one is a teaser from our global summit last time, because right now Amway is gearing to really getting more people to involve in this in this business, so that in the A70 or Amway 70th year anniversary, we can bring a lot of people, not only our previous leaders who went to our A60, but new people who can attend our A70 in our 70th year anniversary. Teacher, can we go to the slides I sent you last time? Ayan. So, no, teacher, the slides that I sent to you through email.
Okay, I will check now. Sorry, I didn't see
Okay. Okay. So thank you. But by the way, this interview happens to be, already I will introduce the first speaker while teacher Mary May will pull up my slides. So first speaker that we interviewed is a Founders Crown Ambassador. Her name is Anita Fu, and the other one is Double Diamond from Thailand, Bobby. So maybe all among you know these two speakers. They are very, very successful in the Amway world, and they are being interviewed by the Amway Global last August 21st to talk about growing young leaders in our organization. So I hope later on we can get some information from them, and we can learn from their sharing. Okay, so by the way, I know you are all thinking, kasi a lot of us are actually, we already get some leaders, young leaders in our organization, but the problem is, how can we keep them? How can we let them stay in the business? So later on, these two leaders will answer that question. And the other question that been answered here is, how can we make Amway stand out? Even for the new people, how can we convince new people to engage in the Amway, not only using the products, but of course also to do the Amway business? Ayan, so we are just very sorry for the delay. Ayan, so kasi we are just looking for the slides. Okay, teacher, and if you cannot find the slides, I think I'll just share the information before we go to the video. Okay, so you all know who is Mark Zuckerberg, right? So Mark Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook. Did you know that he started Facebook at the age of 23 years old? And right now, Mark Zuckerberg net worth is already at 130 billion US dollars. Imagine mo, he is only 37 years old. And he is now the fifth richest person in the world. So imagine mo, 37 years old lang siya, pero 130 billion US dollars na ang kaniyang net worth. So maybe you also know the founder of Mozilla and Firefox. His name is Blake Ross. When he started this company, he is only 19 years old. And right now, his net worth is $150 million. So imagine mo, they are very, very young. And who knows, sino ang hindi nakakakilala sa atin kay Rihanna? So Rihanna is a singer. But you know, at the age of 29, she founded her company, yung Fenty Beauty niya. And you know, just because of the pandemic last year and this year, she just been recognized by the Forbes magazine as a billionaire with 1.7 billion US dollars net worth. Can you imagine that? They are very, very young. They are very, very enthusiastic in building the business. So ano yung relation nito sa Amway natin? So, yes, I think nag-i-echo ako. Wait lang po. Ayan. So anyways, Rihanna get 1.7 billion net worth. So ano yung relation nito? So actually, these people are doing the business at very, very young age. So in Amway Business, we have a lot of young people. Me, when I joined the business, I'm still young. Your leaders, when they started the business, they are very, very young because most of them started maybe early 20s, late 20s. But right now, they are very, very successful. And Amway is gearing into going to growing young leaders in the business. And you know, last year alone, 900,000 in the Philippines. In the Philippines, 900,000, according to Philippine Statistics Authority, 900,000 individuals registered their new business. And 88,000 of that 900,000 is, you know, they are doing online business, like they're doing Lazada, Shopee, drop shipping, and of course, maybe we are part of this online seller selling. We are in Amway Business. Pero ngayon, ang pinaka-importante, we are gearing, nakita niyo na yung teaser kanina, we are gearing into A70. So let's move on to the videos na, kasi I don't want to talk too much. I want to let these leaders share their experience and their knowledge on how they run their Amway business. So please, Teacher Mary May, play the first video. Thank you.
The question that they have for you is, what are your tips for growing and helping ABOs have the best first year possible, as we want to not just attract new ABOs, but help them have sustainable, stable, incredible businesses?
Yes, Cindy, it's a good question. Increasing number of young people helps our business grow rapidly. I have been doing this since I joined. Because I started Amway when I was 22, I achieved Diamond at my 24 and Crown Ambassador at my 31. I could achieve most of my dream at my young age. This proves Amway is the best opportunity for young people. Then I do my best to support and share experience to them. I believe putting them in the right environmental is crucial. Lately, we have a segmented meeting only for young ABO who born after year 90s. It is a weekly training called Young Entrepreneur Startup, YES, yes. In the meeting, all are young, energetic people, and they learn and share together. YES focus on dream building. Young people has a lot of dream. Tracing dream is their motive to do the business actively. We also talk about the core value and Amway 4 fundamentals. Family, freedom, reward, and hope. These are so related to them. Of course, we also talk about product. We encourage them to self-use product. But most young people, they don't have much spending power. Therefore, we encourage them to share products to parents. Then their parents usually are their first customer. And we also teach them to focus on sharing health and beauty product to their young peers. Of course, sponsoring and follow-up. We always remind them not only sponsor their young peers, also sponsor their age and level above. This would help the productivity of the entire group. And we, mature leader, dare to give free hand and let young leaders take up roles in meeting and big functions. Their devotion and responsibility will make them grow. They are so creative, and the function they in charge usually turn out much better than we expect. Not only work together, we play together. We have leisure time for building our relationship. I normally do that in my yard. This is a good way for motivation and dream building. Last but not least, thanks Amway for launching the Core Plus program. We emphasize on finding satisfying customer and building strong, solid structure of active ABO. This enable them to get a very competitive second income in the first year.
Ayan, so I hope you learned from her dun sa kaniyang sinabi, no? And what I want to emphasize is she mentioned to grow young leaders because she said ito yung may malalakas, they are not too busy in doing the Amway business. And you know what? She's very, very successful, and she's the first Crown Ambassador, I think, in Hong Kong and in Asia at very, very young age. Anita, as she mentioned, she became Crown Ambassador at the age of 31. So the next video that I will be showing you is a video interview from Bobby. At tinatanong siya how to really actually make or help young leaders or just new in the business to involve themselves in not only using the products, but of course also to be involved in the Amway business. So let's watch the video.
They were looking for advice on how to help Amway stand out from the competition, how to make young ABOs and young customers say yes to both the products and the opportunity, and to make them feel like they really want to be a part of it. So Bobby, let's start with you. What worked for you? How do you position the products and the opportunity to interest young people today?
I think my answer for this question has to go with the reality that Amway product itself, in fact, doesn't need any more representation. By its own design, by its own message, is very clear. So I think to be able to captivate your prospects in terms of business opportunities, as well as in terms of customer for your products, I think is to be able to understand that to drive result, especially go back to the first question, is quite related to the first year of the business. In order for new people to have result, they must have hope. And by being natural is very important in Amway business because the product is there, the message is there, the upline is there, the group that working together side by side with you is there. In fact, we do not need to create anything new. except stay true to yourself and be natural. And I think this is a very important message for us leaders, because by looking at these participants, they are all probably young people, 100% of them, I guess. So you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And by being natural with the product, that might not lead to result immediately, but result will come as long as you are in the business, correct? So in order to make new people to stay past to their first 90 days, as well as the first year, is to give them hope. And by being natural is a true hope. And people can stay with their business until they see their first desired result.
Thank you. I think, with hope being one of the founders' fundamentals, I think that makes absolutely perfect sense. Rich and Jay knew what they were doing 60 plus years ago, and building that into our fundamentals. And to hear you say that just being true to yourself is a pathway to building something bigger than yourself, I think is amazing. So thank you for that, Bobby. And it's also the perfect transition to another topic that we got a lot of questions on, and that's social media. If you're true to yourself and you're authentic and you're showing that to the world online as well as offline, it can be pretty seamless for people. They'll know who you are and what's in your heart right away. So you and your wife Nucci and your team are all very active. I know Millen follows you. I follow you. Aaron probably follows you. Makes us sound like stalkers, but we do follow you on social media. And we just want to know, how is this, and the young leaders really want to know, how has this helped your business, particularly with younger prospects and younger customers?
So I believe that all of us here are already online and already on Instagram, for example, or WeChat in China. And the way that we build the business, we join and use social medias way back since the time that it started, probably like almost 10 years. But in the beginning, the way that we use social media is not like what we are doing here today. Back then, we started using social media to keep in touch with our own downlines and leaders. Later on, once more and more people starting using social media, the simple act of building the business for new people is that moment of listing of names and making phone calls. That is what we used to be doing, right? Nowadays, what is different is the way that we build the business change. Even for new people, there's no such event anymore where we sit down together with downlines and list out the names of prospect or customers. But it turns out we use their Instagram and look at their followers. We use their Facebook and starting to look at their friends and mutual friends. And that's how the list is already there. In other words, before we need to come up with a list of names. Nowadays, the list was there even before you build the Amway business. So by integrating the business into your way of life is the key to building Amway business in this new generation. Even for myself, if you actually look at my own personal Instagram, I do not post much during these times, but more of activities will be used by my wife's accounts. And I create contents for my wife. My wife is the outlet and channel where I post all those videos about products. And when it comes to business opportunity, I position myself separate from my wife and separate Instagram account to attract people who look for business opportunity. And this is the perks for people building the business as a couple. You can separate what you do and what you attract. And there's no lose. You can even have multiple Instagram accounts. But I think my answer for this question is for you not only to be true to yourself, but more than being true to yourself is to understand that that is how new people will discover Amway products and Amway business.
Really,
Okay, so I hope you learn from that answer from Bobby, because he's really in Thailand. He's very popular in Instagram, because if you can go to their account, you can see they're always posting about their activity, about they're using the products, and it can actually help us also to boost using the social media. And the last video that I will be showing you is actually, this is one of the most important video that I always watch, because they talk about how to stay in the business, most especially for young people. So let's watch this last video.
Really, the young leaders are asking, what tips do you have for young leaders to help them encourage new ABOs in the business? And the second part of it is, if you could if you only had one, right? So maybe what are your top three? But of those three, which one, if you had to focus, would you encourage them to focus on? So let's start with you, Bobby.
I'm processing the answer for you. And now
It's tough, right? We made it hard.
it seems like one
Sorry.
question with a lot of small 5 questions in there. But anyway, I think to be able to encourage and build new leaders, especially young leaders, is for us to understand that Amway has always been a young business. Amway has always been a business for young people. Rich and Jay started young. Anita started young. I started young, even though now I'm 39, approaching 40. In 5 years, I'm not going to be included in this group anymore. Probably going to be younger people, right? So I think Amway is a unique business with unique result. We all agree on that. Am I right? So therefore, it requires unique people to see this unique result in the business. So a lot of people will come in, and young people, especially young people nowadays, they always love the result of Amway business. Is uncomparable to other business. But many of them turns out that they do not quite like the process of building the result. So in order to make sure that we thrive and grow in this new coming 20 years, is not only find people who love the result and see the uniqueness of the lifestyle that Amway offers us, but to find people and encourage the people to fall in love with the Amway process. Some of them call it the classic Amway things, the classic Amway things, like demonstration of products, which nowadays we don't get to do that like 20 years before. We use a lot of videos, we use a lot of information, people become more educated, consumers are smarter, so people don't need much of convincing anymore. So I think everything is pointing to you that the result is good, but how to make young people, especially new people, fall in love with the process, I believe this is going to be the key. And if I can leave you one last thing before we get to meet in future occasions, is to tell yourself and tell your downlines that it's easy to fall in love with Amway, right? But it's not that easy to fall in love with the process required to build Amway business. And whoever can do that, they are guaranteed to have a very successful and happy life, not only after they get the result, but along the way while they're building it. And that's the message I want to share with all of you. Thank you, Cindy.
That was beautiful. It's easy to fall in love with Amway, but maybe not the process. So something for us to take into consideration and work on. And I like that you called Amway incomparable. It cannot be compared to anything else. Maybe our new tagline, I'll have to talk to the Amway brand folks about that.
We'll work on that one.
I love it. So Anita, how about you? I mean, I know it's really hard to come and boil it down to just a few tips, but we'd love to hear from you on this last question.
Okay. Bobby, you're a baby because I'm young. So we both are very young. So age is only a number. Okay, don't mention the age. We're always young at heart, okay? My tips for young leader, I have a motto for them. Be a better you. Be a better you. How can you do it? First, be a learner. Attend all meetings. Learn from your upline. Listen all the positive recordings. Read a lot of books. And learn how to do the business and how to teach others to do it. Second, be an executor. Young people have more time than mature leaders with family responsibility. Working hard is the key factor to gain experience and be succeed. Be a motivator. To be a power bank of charging others. We have to get more strength in order to motivate our downlines. So self-motivation and motivational skill is crucial for a young leader to lead the team. Be a real leader. Lead by example. You don't tell others what to do, but show them what you have done. Actions speaks louder than words. Be a better you. Not one time, not sometime. It's at all time. So if you ask me one tips, dare to dream, be a dreamer. The more and stronger dreams you have, the bigger power you have for building your business and overcoming challenges. But you find buddy, associate with all the dreamers, and don't let other people steal your dream. And last, be a dream builder. Help all your teammates to dream big. So let's build up our dream, and we will meet in the A70.
Ayan, so I hope you learned something from that video. It's a very short video. Actually, the total time for that event was about almost 2 hours, but I just boiled it down to 15 minutes just to get the more exciting part of it. But if you want to actually get the full recording, actually I requested from Amway Global and they provided it to me. If you want to get the whole video recording, just give me a message and I can send it to you through email. So sabi nga nila, don't dare to dream and build our young leaders today so that we can all go to A70. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.
Wow, a big hand to Teacher Danny.